This is gonna be a fun one. I rate Mario Kart World brands and shops on my own personal scale of fire, mid, or nah on the basis of how successful I feel these would fare. So, as always, I know you're gonna agree with every single one of my takes, but let's just confirm that. Okay, come, sit down. Let's talk about it here. We can share some blanket, all right? All right, so let's begin with first place shopping. First place shopping, I feel, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the theme is. Yes, we have our spiny wing shell, our spike wing shell. I'm gonna say mid. Mid on the, I think how well they would do. Because what does that mean? Are you racing? What are you selling? Adventures of Toad. I feel this would be some sort of a service that you could rent on Airbnb, since you can do that now. Yeah, I feel this would be very successful. I feel that if you had a group of people wanting to go out and do something fun for an experience somewhere, you'd be hooked up. You'd have a fun time. You'd have a lot of memories to share from this. Fire. Banana natural oil. I feel it would be some nice, pure, nicely sourced oil for some reason. Feel it'd be very ethical oil. So I think this would be fire. Fire. Bank coin coffer. I feel this would have a mid on the scale. I feel they would take care of the money better than they would take care of the customers. Mid. Batadon Aero Parts. I don't know anything about this Batadon Easter Egg Island guy. I can English. But I don't know. It doesn't really give aero parts to me. So for this one, purely on my snap judgment speculation, I'm going to say nah. Bayside Coffee. I feel this would be on the upper end of mid. I feel they'd be successful, but I don't feel that they'd be a Starbucks or a Dunkin' or, that level. Pete's Coffee, Caribou. So I'm just going to say mid on Bayside Coffee. Birdo Jewelry. Man, you know that Birdo is only getting the finest jewelry. Okay? Birdo don't play. Okay? Birdo don't play. So this has gotta be. It's gotta be fire. Birdo, our favorite Nintendo trans icon. Boo Cinema. Boo Cinema. Look what's playing. Peach Deep Forest Explorer. I feel that Boo Cinema, you see that they're open 24/7, 365 days a year. King Boo says, y'all are working. Y'all ain't getting no days off. Just like the airlines. So, I think Boo Cinema is gonna be pretty successful. I feel fire because I feel also it would be an experience that you would not only see the movie that you would be going to view, obviously, but I feel that you might get a little bonus because you might get a little jump scare that some of the boos might decide to just pop up and watch the movie with you or just play some tricks or something. I don't know. I feel that it would be a nice experience that, yeah, you would watch the movie. You might get a little annoyed if you really want to pay attention to the movie because they might be trifling and wilding out. But I feel that we could package that up real nice. So we're gonna go with fire on Boo Cinema. Bowser Motors. I feel almost similar to the coin coffer one. I feel that Bowser Motors would be. Dang, the wind is blowing out there. I feel Bowser Motors would take care of the car, maybe if they felt like it, but then would be rude to their customers here and there. So I'm going to go with mid. I feel they'd be doing all right. Maybe not hitting crazy profits, but they'd be fine. Bully Steel. I'm going to say nah. I don't think that they would treat their clients well. I feel that they would have a lot of corporate contracts fall through because they're rude and pushy, and they might get the job done, but they might not even get the chance to get the job done because they're such a bully. So I'm going to say nah for Bully Steel. Buzzy Helmets. Mid. I feel they'd be fine. And that's that. Charge and Chuck monster trucks. I feel that they would have a real fun time with the monster trucks and that they could get a crowd to watch their monster truck shows. I feel this would be very successful. I'm going to say fire on this one. Cheap Cheap Premium Car Wash. I feel this would be very successful. I'm going to go with fire on this. I feel they'd have a lot of options for your car. They'd have the touchless or the touchless because I feel they would just squirt your car. It might be a little off-putting at first because people might think that they're just going to get the water hoses and the brushes and everything, but I think it would be the Cheap Cheaps just blowing and then using their fins to wipe the stuff off of your vehicle. So I think it might be a little off-putting at first, but it would be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Not kitschy, not clicky, chic. I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but a very individualistic feel. And if they were writing in their, I don't know, Mushroom Kingdom Yelp equivalent, their Melp, that they would say, wow, this was really weird, but you know, it really got my vehicle clean. I really enjoyed the experience, and I took some photos as I was getting my vehicle washed, and I sent it to my young Koopa kid, and it was a really nice time. So I'm going to say fire. Conk Door Headlights. I don't know too much about Conk Door, but he was still Conk Door. I feel it'd be mid. I don't foresee a smashing success, but I don't think they're going to go under either. So I'm going to say mid. Daisy Air Freshener, orange, specifically. I think the marketing is good because it's not just Daisy Air Freshener, it's Daisy Air Freshener orange. Maybe she's thinking of building later, such as Daisy Air Freshener blue or Daisy Air Freshener pink. Maybe coming for Rosa and Peach's neck. I don't know. But I like it, that an air freshener orange specifically. For that reason, I'm going to go ahead and say fire for that one, I think. Because the marketing. Dash. I don't know what this is. What are we? Who are we? What are we? I don't what? Dash what? Are we a running club? Are we selling shoes? I don't know. So for that reason, and it looks boring. Look at this building. What's going on in there? It looks like an office. What are you doing? What business are you conducting? We're going to say nah on that one. Sorry. Delicatessen. So notice it does say super delicious hot dog specifically. I didn't notice that at first. I thought it was just a sandwich delicatessen, but it is hot dogs. The Toads are very excited about it, so it's gotta be good on Melp, Mushroom Yelp. So it's gotta be good. I feel they could use a little work on the presentation. I don't know, something about it. I think that they would end up being average for their efforts, even though the Toads are very happy about it. It's just Toads. There are no Koopas, there are no Shy Guys, there are no Yoshis. It's just Toads. So I feel it's a very liked establishment, however, just among a small sample size. So I'm going to say mid. Diner. Just Diner. They don't care about branding. They said, Diner, that's what we are. And for that reason, I'm going to say fire. because they didn't have to say Desert Diner or they didn't have to say Burger Diner. They just said diner. What do we sell? I don't know. Come find out. We're confident. Come on. If you don't, we don't care. Go ahead. So I'm going to say fire. DK boosters. If we are getting medical boosters, if that's a syringe, I'm not sure what that is, or if that's a rocket. Because my first thought is, you get a booster shot. And if that's the case, I'm going to say nah. I don't think that DK's got the gentle hand to give you a medical booster, nor do I think you're going to give the right amount of cc's. Look at that thing. That thing is massive. It's got a D-pad on it. Homie will be playing the game with your life. You're going to be going to get your booster shot for, I don't know, mushroom flu, the Koopa virus, I don't know. And then homie's got this big old thing. And then that would be that. I mean, it'd be the equivalent. Hold on, this is real time. See, no editing. Who needs editing? Am I right? Okay, so that'd be the equivalent of if I'm gonna try to, I don't know. That'd be the equivalent of if I'm trying to, maybe cut a little off the top. You're getting a haircut, and then I go, all right. So what are you looking to do? We're just gonna take a little off the top, just a little. Right? And then we're going to take a little off the side there. I mean, the tool that you're bringing for the job at hand, I think would be incorrect. So, for those reasons, I am going to go ahead and say nah. A big ol' heavy nah. Sorry if the mic got a little covered by my blanket. It's a little on the chilly side, so here we are. Okay, let me get recentered. All right, refocus, focus, lock in. Dolphin Marine Sports. I feel this would be fire. I feel that this would be a nice center for both show, that people would come and do water and marine aquatic sports, so a nice little showcase of things. Also, I think they would have I foresee a nice center so people could learn how to do said activities. And I feel it could be a nice thing for the kids, for an after-school activity, and people would have teams and they could do whatever, and I feel that would be nice. So I'm going to say fire. I foresee success in their future. Dory Watercraft, similarly, I feel if anybody knows watercraft, it's probably going to be Dory. So I'm going to say fire. I think it's going to be good. I feel they're going to have a lot of variety to choose from. I feel they're going to have a lot of models. They're going to have a lot of colors. They're going to know what they're talking about. Fire. Drink refresh. Huh? Drinking what? What are we doing? I feel this is a low budget, I don't know. It's giving gas station to me. And I don't know. I'm gonna say nah. On the high side of nah, I feel they're just kind of floating along. I feel this is just somebody's side business that they just did it and they say, I don't really care. It's just a side thing. Is it making that much money? No. But it's doing something. So we're going to say nah. Fireflower Diner. Now, unlike just diner, because I feel they just said, I don't care, come on. I feel Fireflower Diner. Now look at this. We got a nice spread of we got I always call them piantas. I don't know what the people are called from Super Mario Sunshine, the island people. But they're there. We have a little toad that's there at the bottom. You can see the eyes and the diaper pants and then the shoes. You also have the Koopa that's there. You also have not the Hammer Bro, but the other one. They're all there. So we don't have just a small group of people enjoying it. We have a wide variety of people going to enjoy Fireflower Diner. I love their marketing. They have a fire flower there, and I like the building. It's giving Ryan's or Fire Mountain or Golden Corral type thing where you bring the family on down and you have a nice meal. So I'm going to say fire. I think they would fare really, really well. Fire Flower gas station, they really are spreading it out. They said restaurant, gas station, because those are definitely related. Maybe, big brain, maybe that's my fault. Because maybe they have these along interstates and highways so that as you fill up on gas, then you get your food, or, vice versa. You know what? That's my fault. I didn't see the vision, but now I see it. Fireflower gas station, for the aforementioned things that I just said, with those facets in mind, I'm going to say that this is going to be a Fireflower gas station. I feel you're going to get what you need to get, and that's going to be that. It doesn't appear that they have a convenience store attached. It seems it's just gas, which could be a detriment, because you might not think that it would be rated. Oh, wait, is there something in the back? No, I think it's just, I'm going to say, I think it's just the gas. We're going to go with that. But I think maybe it's just no nonsense. You just get your gas because you already got your food. And then maybe they have a little thing attached to the restaurant where you can get a convenience store. I think that's it. That's what I'm going with. So Fire Mart. We're still, see, they have an empire. I think the Fireflower franchise, dang, that's got a nice ring to it. I think they got a monopoly on a lot of things. So Fire Mart, food for your spirit, food for your life. Wow. Yeah, I think they got it, because maybe they don't have a convenience store because they don't need it, because they have Fire Mart. They can just put that, might as well just make a little Fireflower market, Fireflower neighborhood. I'm going to say fire. I think they got it. They got it on lock. Okay, we're off of the Fireflowers. We're now to Foo Handy Air Duster. Handy Air Duster Foo. You know what? I think, who else has air dusters in the Mushroom Kingdom? Probably nobody. So I'm going to say probably Fire. I think they're going to sell a lot for people who are looking for air dusters in the Mushroom Kingdom. I think they got it. They got it. Fresh Market. I mean, it looks fine. They've got some advertisements. They're trying to get you in there. They got some mushrooms on there, and then I don't really know what else that is, but they got some stuff there. DK said, I don't want it. They got fruits and veggies. I think it's fine. I think the branding could be better. It could be a little stronger because, Fresh Market. I mean, okay, cool. I think they're doing just fine. We're going to go with mid. Fried chicken. Too much flavor. I like that a lot. Too much flavor? Well, let me see it then. I feel that's a fire. I feel when people go on Melp and write a review, they're going to go, yo, this was too much flavor, or I don't think that was enough flavor for me, or
hey man, I think that was really nice, and I really enjoyed my time here, and I really do think that the establishment lives up to its name.
So I think that would be nice. I'm going to say fire. I think it's got a nice social aspect to it. Hashtag too much flavor. Even though I feel hashtags are low-key dead. But anyway, Galaxy Engine Oil Cooler. I feel that this would be a nice, fun experience. Judging by the color scheme, I feel that when you go to get your engine checked out in any capacity, I feel the people there are nice. The Lumas that are working there, because I presume that's who's working it. I feel they would greet you with smiles and laughter, and you'd have a nice, enjoyable time. That it's not just about getting your vehicle serviced. It's about the experience that they serve you. We're going to go with fire on that one. Garlic Power Pure Engine Oil. I'm going to say this one is hard. I want to say nah on Garlic Power Pure Engine Oil. Yeah, I'm going to say nah. I don't think that they're yeah, I feel this is just Wario's subsidiary thing that Man likes his money, so I feel he would just try a whole bunch of things. And I feel that maybe he took this to some sharks and he pitched his case and they said, I don't like it. And he said, I'm going to do it anyway. And then he did it anyway. And it's not making any money. But he still has it in case he does make money. So I'm going to say nah on that one. Gold medal. This one also is interesting. These are little guys that just roll around that you jump on. I can't imagine that they would do stellar work with their metalwork. And there are some other people in the Mushroom Kingdom that do metalwork that I feel far. Hello? Dang, do I have to cut that whole thing? Okay, well, no, I'll just cut it. Okay. I'll just cut the video. It just tabbed to a different thing for no reason. I'll just edit that out. Okay, so anyway, Grow Metal, I feel I'm going to say mid. I'm going to say I don't think that they did a stellar job at their contracts that they have to fulfill, but maybe, not the worst. So I'm going to say mid on that one. Hammer Bros Repair Service. I feel they would do a good job. I feel they are diligent, that they care about their work, and that they'd also have a fun time in explaining to their customers and their clients, and they'd have a good time. I feel they would whistle while they work type beat. So I'm going to say fire. Hot Foot Gasoline. I feel it'd be mid. I mean, what I'm getting from this Hot Foot Gasoline is fast, maybe racing. Maybe instead of a commercial customer base, they have more of a racing base. So think NASCAR, but Mario Kart. Maybe their main clients are for high-end speed vehicles. So I'm going to say mid, that they're not crushing it because they're not selling to the general populace, but they have a pretty good hold on fast vehicles. Mid for Hot Foot Gasoline. Household Supplies. Okay. Cool. I feel we could have done some work with the name. Household Supply. Well, maybe. Diner, I don't know, but Diner's got some good branding with the burger and everything. This is just, you're just cleaning. Household Supplies. I don't know, man. I feel, you know what? I'm gonna say mid. Maybe kind of like Diner. They just know this is what it is. We don't need to be fancy. We just, Johnson & Johnson, a family company. This is Household Supplies. Take it or leave it. You need it. I'm gonna say mid on that one. Hucket Crab. I don't know what this is. Is this Hucket Crab? What are we doing? When I first looked at this, I didn't know what it was, and I still don't know what it is. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Is it tools? Is it seafood? I don't know. For that reason, I'm gonna say nah, because I'm confused. I've looked at this multiple times and I'm still confused. What does that Hucket? I don't know. Nah. Everything you need at Cart Supplies. I feel this is probably a mid. I feel maybe high mid. That it is a popular place for you to go to get service parts. And I feel they're not crushing it. They're not a Forbes chart topper, but I feel that they'd be pretty good. So I'm going to say mid, high mid. Koopa Body Coating. Koopa Body Coating, I don't know. For some reason, I don't think they would knock it out the park, but it would just be it's there. So I'm going to say mid for Koopa Body Coating. Koopa Construction. I feel they would have a better handle for some reason. You know what? Nah, I feel they would also just be okay. I don't know. I feel the Koopas, I don't feel construction is their strong suit. I feel that they ventured out into it and they would do a good job, but maybe just a little better than average. I don't foresee them being incredibly stellar at construction for some reason. I know that they're diligent. I just don't feel that construction is the way. I don't feel that that's their avenue. So I'm going to say mid for this one too. Now, Koopa Hotel, this one I'm going to say fire. I feel hospitality, they got that in the bag. They're going to take care of you. They got some nice branding. Look at that. They got some flags hanging around. They got some nice lights on the side. They have the little flag thing, clothesline thing that escapes me, banner, whatever, that I can't think of the word right now because words are hard. Yes, this right here for them is a fire. I feel Koopa Hotel is a nice pinnacle of hospitality in the Mushroom Kingdom. Yes. Lagoon City. I assume that this is a destination city that you go here. It's Punta Cana, Turks and Caicos, Lagos, Bora Bora, Lagoon City, that you go there for a nice fun time. The high rollers go there. You take your family there. You want to propose. Lagoon City, I feel, is a nice, high-rolling destination, very pretty place. So for that reason, I'm going to say fire. I think it's probably going to be a good one. Lakitu the Fisherman. I'm trying to think of my posture. One of my friends, Renee, always gets on me for my posture. Leave me alone. But I got it. All right. Lakitu the Fisherman. I feel that... So when I was looking at this, I was thinking that, is this an experience or is this just one Lakitu? Like, is Lakitu teaching you how to fish, or is Lakitu the show that you are watching Lakitu fish and that's the brand? So looking at this again, Lakitu the Fisherman. It's not saying Lakitu Fishing, because I feel that would be the service. So I'm going to rule that one out. Lakitu the Fisherman, I feel, is insinuating that you're going there for Lakitu. And I don't know how many people would come just to watch Lakitu be Lakitu. I don't know. I feel they could have done something different with this here. I feel the Lakitu could have done something a little different. So I feel it's nah. Not because it's bad. I'm not saying nah because it's bad. I think it'd be a nice, cozy experience. I just don't think that he's raking in the big bucks and he's just kind of doing this on the side. He made an LLC and then that was that. Is he making money? No. Is he having a great time? Absolutely. Yes. So based on how successful I think these, brands and shops would be in this presentation, I'm going to say nah. But I think from a mental Zen standpoint for Lakitu, fire in that sense. Lakitu's item box. Now, this right here, I feel is fire. I feel this is a wonderful place to go if you want to buy a gift for someone. That if you are looking for something weird, if you're looking for something kooky, if you're looking for something out of this world, you're looking for something that you would find maybe at a pawn shop, whatever the case, I think that you never know, that the tagline would be, you never know what you're going to find. I feel that would be incredible. People would go there just to see what they could find. They would post pictures of it and all of that jazz. As I said, gifts, fire. Lakitu's item box is very successful. Lava Bubble Molten Energy. I don't know, man. I feel the lava bubbles, because that's, I don't know, man. Who's running this? Is it the lava bubbles or is it Bowser doing it or somebody? I don't know. I feel this would just be mid. That yes, it's one of the energy companies out there. Is it one of the best ones? No. Is it one of the worst ones? No. I feel it's right in the middle. Mid. Magmar Diner. Now, Magmar is the molten lava guy who comes up and, just is there. You can't kill him. He's just, just jumping up and down. And then in Mario Party, there's in the latest Mario Party, you have to dodge him because he's going, through the thing. I cannot imagine that Magmar's Diner would be good. I just don't see it. Ain't no way that. What are you gonna get at Magmar Diner? You gonna get a burger? You gonna get some soup? Some molten soup? Lava soup? You gonna get a sandwich with some lava on the side? What are you getting there? No, this is a nah for me. Absolutely a nah. Monty Mole Coal Mining Company. This has got to be good. It's got to be fire. If anybody knows the ground, it's got to be Monty Mole. And Monty Mole only hires the best. Because Monty Mole, I feel, is one-track mind. I feel that Monty Mole would be terrible as far as meeting with clients and trying to get things done, but their reputation precedes them. So people say, man, how you get this deal? Because your people skills suck, man. But then they would get the contract and they would do what they need to do, and they go, oh, I see why. Because you're exceptionally good at what you do. So I'm gonna say for that reason, fire. Muncher Coffee Roaster. Muncher Coffee Roaster, Munchie Coffee Roaster. Okay, I like the color scheme on this. We got the red. I see the green. I see the yellow. It's nice. It's nice. And maybe that's their thing. That maybe they like to be on the corners of buildings. I don't know. And then they have closeout on the clothesline. I feel this is a nice, cozy vibe. Something that you would find, I don't know, it's giving to me Oregon local coffee shop. And I feel that it'd have a wonderful community vibe attached to that. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and go with fire. Big fire for that one. Nabbit Courier Service. This one I'm going to say mid. The reason I say mid is because Nabbit is a thief. Nabbit started off as an enemy, but then turned into an ally, and the line seems to be blurred as far as am I good, am I bad, am I in the middle, gray area. Really giving Shadow the Hedgehog type beat that, if it benefits me, I'm going to do it for me. If it benefits you, cool, man. I'm not saying that I'm one with you, but if it aligns with what I'm doing, absolutely. If it doesn't align with what I want to do, I'm not going to do it. And if that's against you, then so be it. I kind of feel that way about Nabbit Courier Service. I feel that, yes, they have some nice contracts that they are delivering things, but every once in a while, you have some packages that don't make it. And the customers go, hello, I'd like to report a package missing. Do you know where it is? And then they go, I don't know, man. That's weird. I feel they just be taking some stuff on the side and calling it a day, but they deliver more than they pocket. So I'm going to say mid. Mid. Parabitty Bud Construction. I don't know too much about the Parabitty Buds, but for some reason, but look at that. See, they have their phone number on there. They say that they're building and mining rare material. So I feel that this is kind of elite. It's kind of exclusive. That maybe they don't have a lot of contracts, but the contracts that they do have are nice ones. So I'm going to say that this one is fire. I feel that they're polished. They got nice font. They got a nice logo. And again, they have all the information there. They got their number and their email, so if you want to hit them up, just call rectangle, 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 hourglass, 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 diamond, diamond, or triangle, 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 and then you can hit them up. And you can get some rare material as well. So I think that's a fire. Peach, Deep Forest Explorer. So this is the movie that's playing, obviously, and at Boo Cinema. And I feel that this one would be a good one. I feel that there would be a lot of action. I feel that, well, you know what? Maybe there is an action. Actually, I digress. Maybe, you know what? Actually, I don't know. We just got to watch the movie to find out. You know what? I'm thinking about it. And actually, I'm going to go with mid. on this movie. I don't know. It doesn't grip me from Deep Forest Explorer. I don't know, man. Sounds kind of like a documentary more so than a movie. Which you know what? Maybe if it's a documentary, actually, then that would be fire. If it's a feature film, then probably mid. That's what I'm gonna go with. We need more context on that, because I feel that it would be a nice documentary. It'd be a nice watch. But if it's a film, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Peach Resort. It's gotta be good. This is fire. I mean, Peach Resort? Come on, man. Come on now. Gotta be fire. Penguin Bobsled. Kind of similar to some other things. If anybody's going to be good at a bobsled, it's got to be the Penguins, right? So this has got to be fire because ain't nobody else doing this. They're the only ones. If you want a bobsled, guess where you're going? You're going to the Penguins. Therefore, this is going to be a fire. Fire in the ice. Pipeline Hotel. Now, this look fancy. Real fancy. They got the nice little dash of green for the pipes. And then that is prevalent in the little bushes and the little grass. They're not too much though. It's just a little dash of color amongst the executive brown here or gray. No, that's gray. Yeah, that's gray. But then in there, if you look, you can see some very fancy curtains there. So I feel that this is fancy. This is upper echelon right here. So we're gonna go ahead and go with fire for Pipeline Hotel. I think they're very successful. Pipeline Moving. I'm going to say this is super successful. I'm going to say this is fire. Let me tell you why. You don't need a moving truck with Pipeline Moving. All they do is install a pipe in one place, and then they stick the other pipe, and then you walk through. Bap. That's it. You hire your moving company, and instead of getting a truck, you could or you can do it yourself. You don't need a moving truck. You haul it, you move it, you haul it through a pipe. You pipe. That's it. You just walk through and then you're there. I think this is super successful. Probably one of the most successful businesses in this whole pack. Fire. Red Shell Speed Tires. I feel they're fire. I feel if anybody's going to do specific tires, sort of how the Hot Foot oil, Hot Foot gasoline for very sporty things, I feel that these are the Yokohama of tires. So I feel fire. They got their clientele, and that's that. Open 24 hours rent-a-car. That's very convenient, albeit I don't see any cars in the lot, which is fascinating. Looks a little desolate to me. But maybe they're in the back. I could be jumping to conclusions. That could be on me. We're going to say mid. Mid on that. It looks as if it's been there for a while, but it doesn't look like anything too fancy. So we're going to go ahead and go with mid for Rent-A-Car. River Cruise Tour. I hypothesize that Toad is the one giving the tour. If that is correct, I think this is going to be fire. Toad is going to take care of you. Toad knows a lot of things. Toads know a lot of things. And they are very, very, they love what they do. And I feel they love to provide for people, and they would want to provide an amazing experience for people. Fire. Rosalina Automobile. Fire. I don't even have to think about that one. You know that Rosalina Automobile, yo, they make some incredible machines. These things are going to be the upper. You're going to have some hypercars. You're going to have some supercars. That's what they're going to do over there. Absolute fire. Super successful. Rosalina Bus Tours. So we go from fancy cars to the bus tours. And I feel that, I feel this would be, you know what? I'm going to say a mid. I think it's just going to be mid for this one. I feel that the Toads are going to have the monopoly on tours, more so than the Lumas. I feel the Lumas would do a good job. Great job, even. But I feel the Toads just have a They got a handle on the tour business. I think they got it. They got it. So yeah, mid. Royal Motors, Supersonic Princess. Okay, so Royal Motors, are they making automobiles or are they just hosts of racing? I'm not super sure on that. But whatever it is, I feel, it'd be fine. So I'm going to say mid. I think it'd be fine. Seaside Resort. Now this looks nice and peaceful. Nice destination place. I feel that this is going to be a fire. Similar to Lagoon City, how you go there for, you know that you are going there for a nice relaxing time. You want to take a nice vacation. Seaside Resort, fire. Seaside Sunday. Similarly, I feel that Seaside Sunday is going to be in that same area. And I feel Seaside Sunday is going to be nice. But thinking about it, looking at it, envisioning myself walking into this establishment, I think it'd be okay. I think it'd be sort of a more tourist vibe, so maybe not super local. I remember one time I went to Philly and there were these two places that were very, very bright, very, very loud. I don't remember them, or I would say them. I just don't remember. And people said, no, don't go there. It's very tourist trappy. They're not good. Don't do it. And I got it. I did it, and it tasted like cardboard. It was bad. People said you had to go downtown to some local place to get a real nice Philly cheesesteak. I didn't have time, though. This kind of gives that to me, that it might be, just okay. So, mid. Shine Sprite Oil. I don't know. I feel that the Shine Sprite Oil, I don't know. It just doesn't scream knock out of the park to me. So I'm just going to say mid on this one, I think. Let me know if you disagree. Shy Guy Ceramics. For some reason, I feel that the Shy Guys would lock in, for some reason, to the ceramics. That they might seem aloof, and, what are you thinking about up there? What's going on in there? But then when they lock in, they'd make some incredible pieces that your jaw just drops when you see it. And you go, how did you even think of this? And then it's just this incredible piece. So I'm going to say fire, weirdly enough. Shy Guys Rowing Club. This is also interesting. With the rowing club, I feel it would be a mid. And here's why. I feel that I don't know, for some reason, I feel that whatever they do, they just lock in. And that might be at the detriment of those around them who are not as locked in. And I foresee that being an issue here. I feel that, for example, if they said, as in, come row with us, that you would hop in the boat with them and you'd say, okay, cool. So where do you want to go? And then they already locked in. They already said, and you're going, okay, wait, where are we going? Are we going left or right at the fork? And they go, and then they just keep doing their thing. And then at the end of it, they ask at the end, and they're asking you how everything went. Did you have a good time? And then you say, dog, I didn't know what we were doing. I didn't get any instruction. I didn't know where we were going. There was no communication. I just don't know anything. And they say, have a nice day. And then they go on with their day because they had a fun time, and even though you didn't. So I'm going to say mid on that one. Snow Lake. Just to reiterate, I'd say mid just because I think that even though they might not be very good teachers, if somebody else was locked in, then you would still have a good time because it's just, all right, we in pro mode, we in master mode. That's why I feel that. Okay, Snow Lake. I mean, what do we do? We're just advertising Snow Lake, I guess. I feel this is mid. I feel this would be a nice place to have some events, some winter wonderland activities. So I'm gonna say mid. I don't think it's gonna smash any records or nothing, but I think it'd be nice. We're gonna go with mid on that one. Spike Express, I think, would be bad. Let me tell you why. Spike likes throwing things, right? He likes throwing those big old spiky balls at you. Just, ha, right? Now imagine Spike is delivering some things, and he's got your package, and then instead of putting it down nicely, homie just chucks it, because homie's moving. This is express service, baby. Homie just taking your stuff and just, whoof, whoof, whoof. If he had pillows in the box, then you'd probably be good, but if he had something fragile in it, that thing is broken. So for that reason, I'm going to say nah for Spike Express. Spike Spokes, I don't... what? Is it bike spokes? Are we doing tires? Spike spokes what? Spokes? Spike spoke about what? Spike spoke about spokes? Spoken about spokes don't spike profits. So I'm going to say nah on that one. Spiny Shell Engine. I feel mid on this one. I feel, yeah, that it's a tried and true, just nothing spectacular, nothing bad, just a nice staple, mid. Squid Motor Oil. Man, if anybody knows oil and ink and stuff, it's got to be the squids, right? I mean, they get it all over your screen when you're driving. They got to know how to put it in your car. So we're going to go ahead and go with fire for this one. Sting Bee Biofuel. You know what? We're going to say fire on that. At first I was thinking, what would they know? But then, they're very one with nature because they're bees. You like jazz? So I think we're going to go with fire. I think they would know how to give some fuel sources that are one with nature in a way that doesn't harm it, because they also need nature. So I'm going to say fire for that one. Sunshine Railway. I feel this would be a fire. I feel they got it on lock. They know what they're doing. It just, I don't know, it just gives, for some reason to me, stability. And I like that. I'd invest. Sunshine Railway. But no, I just like my index funds. All right, so Superstar Metal Parts here. Superstar Metal Parts, I feel good about this also. There's just something about it. Maybe it's just a superstar that you know is good and you are invincible. Invincible. See? It's just indestructible metal. That thing is not going to corrode. It's not going to rust. We're going to go with fire for that one. Surf Shop. Okay, we're having a good time. We're having a good time out there. The Yoshis and the Toads and the Paratrooper out there and the Pianya guy, Sunshine guy, they're all having a great time. Wonderful time. I'm going to say fire, because who else is doing Surf Shop? If you want it in the DK world, well, I guess it's DK and Mario are crossed over. I feel that Funky Kong would frequent here a lot. So, yeah, either he works here or he's a spokesman for it or something. So I'm going to say fire on the Surf Shop. Swoop Car Interior Shop. Man, you know how long it took me and my sister to unlock this dang bat? Oh, my God. Okay, but anyway, Swoop Car Interior. I feel, you know what? I'm just going to go with fire. For some reason, I think that Swoop would know what Swoop is doing. And I think it'd be nice. I think your car would be hooked up. I feel it in me. I can't explain it further. Tenants Wanted. Let's make your dreams come true. It's giving desperation. So I'm going to say, nah. I don't think that this one is it. Tenants Wanted. Yikes. Yeah, you hurting and it shows. Thwomp Construction. Thwomp Construction, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say mid for Thwomps. I don't think they excel. I don't think they're bad. I think they're all right. They're run of the mill. Mid. Toad Manufacturing. Fire. Toads know what they're doing. They are going to take all the time that they need to learn, to execute, to motivate, to inspire, and to make an enjoyable experience for all. They're going to build your dreams with you at Toad Manufacturing. Fire. Toad's Wharf. For some reason, I don't feel they are going to knock this one out the park. I think that they wanted to delve into some water activity because they saw the dolphins doing it. They saw Dory doing it. And they said, yo, I want to do that too. But then I'm going to say mid on that one. I feel they're doing fine, but maybe not knocking it out of the park. They have to study some more. Toadette Ice Cream. For some reason, I think that this would just be incredible. I feel that there are a wide variety of flavors and that they all slap. There's a nice selection. I feel that it would be sort of like a Hertz Donuts type thing where they would cycle in specialty flavors every so often or have very weird things or, like a crumble cookie type thing or they have very different experiences of flavors that they try and they would have a nice community thing where you could vote on things. I feel it'd be a ball knocked out of the park experience. I'm going to say fire for that one. Traffic apparel. What? What do you mean? What? For traffic? When you're stuck in traffic? Is this for traffic guards? What? Who? Huh? Nah. It's a nah for me, dog. Join Treasure Tracker. I feel this has got to be fire. I feel the Toads, again, give a good experience. Not the Wharf, though. They didn't get that one. But the Treasure Tracker, they got that one. Captain Toad, and I never played that game. I didn't hear too many people talk about that game. Did any of you play it? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? But I feel that Treasure Tracker is a good one. I feel that this one is fire, that they have a lot of happy customers. Turbo Engines. I feel this is a fire. I mean, you got a bullet bill on there. What's faster than a bullet bill, This got to be good. Fire. Waluigi Vintage Clothing. Now, this man has got some swagger. This man has got some fashion. In all of the fits that he's donned, in all of the games and things that he's appeared in, homie's got some looks. So, we're going to go with fire for this one. Very fire. This is a big random tangent, but the Mario Tennis Fever that's coming out, it's about to come out because I'm filming this. What day is today? Today is January 14th, 2026. So Mario Tennis Fever, I think, is coming out in February sometime. But Baby Waluigi's in there. That's crazy. Baby Waluigi ain't in nothing. So that's wild. Okay, that's a little sidetrack. All right. Wario Games. So this is in his stadium. Is it... I don't know. Is he hosting? I guess he's hosting these things. But I don't know. The Wario Games. He does excel at very random things if you look at WarioWare and different things such as that. But I feel there would be something that, I don't know, that people sign up for it and something is off-putting, that they might have a good time, but they might lose some money or get scammed, or they might get hurt, or rules aren't explained and then they want a refund and he says, no refunds! So I'm going to say mid. Could be a good experience, could be a terrible one. We're going to go ahead and go with mid. Warrior Motors. I'm going to go with mid as well. I feel that this and other things that Wario does is just to make some money because he wants to grow everything. But I feel that some things he would excel at. Warrior Motors, for some reason, I just don't see him being passionate about that or caring enough to make it thrive. So I'm going to go ahead and say mid for that one as well. Wario Overland Transport. Okay, so this one I think of, those big old boats that ship those big old crates, storage unit things. I feel that he would like that, and he just lifts those for fun just to work out. And I think he'd get the job done. I don't know how many people would be doing this, so I feel that this right here, in a weird way, I feel that this would be fire. I feel he has some nice clients that he's working well with, Parabity Construction, because they have those rare materials that they're mining. I feel that they would work well with the overland transport and different things in that capacity. Fire. Wario's Premium Scrap. Premium Scrap is interesting because mainly scrap isn't premium. It's scraps that you throw away. So I'm intrigued about that. I'm very intrigued. Because it's intriguing and it's different, I'm going to go ahead and say fire. Because who does that? Premium scrap is interesting. Is he selling it to collectors? I don't know. That could bring a pretty penny. If you sell to the rich, then you can, you have rich clientele. You make some money. That's a good avenue. I could see him doing that. Fire. Warp Plaza Shopping Complex. I feel this is good. For some reason, it's giving fire to me. I don't know if it's just because they got a nice brand. It looks very technological, it has a nice fancy feel to it. And then maybe they have something with warp pipes in there that you can just pew, 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 and then pop out into whatever store you wanted, or different stores all around the Mushroom Kingdom, but they're all within the Warp Plaza. So maybe you're in the desert, you go in the pew, 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 and then you're in the bazaar, Shagai Bazaar or something. So I'm going to say fire. I think they got it. I think it would be a very cool experience. We're going to go with fire. Wiggler's Sightseeing. Wiggler's Sightseeing, I'm going to go with mid on that one. I feel it would just be okay. Not a Toad experience. Not a Rosalina experience. The bus tours, I feel it'd just be okay. What are you sightseeing? Probably some trees. Maybe some gardens. We're going to go with mid. Wilderness Coast. I don't know. To me, this gives somebody really wanted this to be something, but it ended up not being something. And it's, you know what? I'm going to say it looks as if it's not running anymore. And this used to be a destination where there were things there. But over time, businesses just started pulling out and pulling out. So now it just has abandoned buildings that say for lease, tenants wanted, and other similar signs. So it's abandoned. So people like to go there for the photo ops, but as a business, it is not successful. So I'm going to say nah for that one. Yoshi's. Yoshi's, I think, is going to be good. I think Yoshi's going to put a lot of care into the food. I think you might end up on the toilet maybe with some foods, because I feel that Yoshi can eat whatever, and thinks also that everybody can eat whatever as well. But I feel that you might get some really nice food and some nice treats from there. And I think that maybe the RNG of, am I going to get wrecked today, or am I going to enjoy it and have the best thing I've ever had in my life? I feel people would enjoy that experience. So I think Yoshi's is going to get a fire. Ho, ho, ho. All right, if you've been sticking with me for this long, thank you, because we went through over 90 of these brands and shops. So let's get on. This episode's most fire award of all these brands and shops goes to Toadette ice cream. Again, I feel that there would be so many flavors. They would all be good. You would have specialty flavors, flavors of the month. They would have people come in and brainstorm with them and vote on things. I think this would be the most successful, because out of all the businesses and all the things that everybody can partake in, I feel that everybody could have some ice cream. Anybody could go in, whether you're a Thwomp construction guy, your Parabitty, your Wario vintage clothing, your Waluigi vintage clothing, your Wario coming in after a hard day's work, your Toad after doing the tours, your Dory after swimming in the ocean, whatever the case is, I feel that everybody could enjoy some Toadette ice cream. Absolutely. On the flip side, the most nah award for today goes to Magmar Diner. Again, I do not foresee that you could get a good meal from Magmar Diner. What are you going to get? And just as a reminder, Magmar is that big old lava blob thing that goes, "Rawr." What are you going to get at that diner? It cannot be good. It just cannot. So that's enough. And that is it. So thank y'all so very much for kicking it with me this long on this particular video. Let me get more in the center there. If you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what you think, and because I know that we agreed on all of them. So, it just be like that sometimes. Please go ahead and click on any one of the annotations or cards that pop up or jump around on the channel, whatever you feel. Watch another one, and until that one, I will see you later.